Okay, so with Payday 3's most recent update beginning to see the game and its community come back to life, and the Boys in Blue DLC just a couple of weeks away, the question at the back of everyone's mind is, well, what then? Getting to the release of Boys in Blue has felt like somewhat of a North Star for the Payday community over the last few months, and while it's a very important milestone on our journey to a better Payday 3, it's still important to think about what comes after it. End of the day, no matter how good the last or the next update is, it's no secret that Starbreeze have a lot of content to catch up on. Now that Operation Medic Bag is seemingly making steady progress with both updates 6 and 7 bringing much needed large quality of life changes like quick play and the progression overhaul to the game, we're actually starting to tick off some of the larger Operation Medic Bag changes, and it looks like we're going to continue that trend. Update 8, the Boys in Blue DLC, has now seemingly been confirmed to be releasing on June 27th by a teaser trailer that we'll be taking a look at shortly, and then Update 9 potentially including the precursor to the offline mode being solo mode. Given that we've just had a major Operation Medic Bag change in Update 7, we're about to get a new DLC in Update 8, and are potentially getting another major Operation Medic Bag change in Update 9, I think we can begin to see a pattern emerging, and I would love to see this pattern continue to the end of the year. Obviously, Payday 3's first year of content should have ended during September, but unfortunately, given the first few months of the game's life cycle, that's unlikely to be the case. Back when Operation Medic Bag was first announced in February, it seemed like Payday 3's first year of content would take until the end of 2024 to finish. And actually, from where we are now, that seems to fit what's left pretty perfectly. If we extrapolate the update pattern of a major Operation Medic Bag change being followed by a DLC heist and apply it to the remaining months of the year, we arrive at my answer to the question that I asked at the beginning of this video. What comes after Boys in Blue? Well, I would love to see the rest of Operation Medic Bag follow this roadmap. First, we get DLC 2 Boys in Blue at the end of this month, June. Next, in July, we see the addition of solo mode. Then in August, we get the next free heist. To close off summer, in September, we see the implementation of the full offline mode. Then, in October, we'd see DLC 3, the Land of the Free. After that, in November, we'd get the UI overhaul, before finally, in December, getting the fourth DLC, Fear and Greed, to round off 2024 and hopefully lead us nicely into Payday 3's second year of content in 2025. And of course, there would be more of the smaller Operation Medic Bag changes like loadout renaming, the Play Again feature, and daily challenges sprinkled into each of those updates. These are just what I anticipate being the headlining features of each update. I know that some Starbreeze partners have been shown a roadmap for the summer months of Payday 3, and I'd imagine that if what I've just outlined is a good guess as to what's coming in the future, that they've seen up until September and potentially been told about the plan to add the full offline mode the month after. But of course, that timeline is more or less entirely speculative. I have based it all on the information currently available to us, which in essence is just that these are the items that we can expect during the rest of 2024. So what I've done is put them into the release order that I would have selected if I was producing Payday 3. Obviously, I'm not a Starbreeze partner yet. They've not actually announced any new partners in over a year, so who knows who'll be selected the next time they actually announce some more partners. But at the end of the day, for now at least, what do I actually know about upcoming updates or release windows? Well, that's actually a trick question because we do know some stuff. This week, Starbreeze gave us our first teaser trailer for the Boys in Blue DLC, a glimpse at our next heister, and even some detail about phase 1 of the offline mode. But before we jump into all of that, I just want to take a moment to say that if you are enjoying this video, please do consider subscribing. A couple of weeks ago, we set the goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers before the time that Boys in Blue comes out, which we now know is likely to be the 27th of June. I didn't know if we'd actually be able to hit that goal, but right now we are so very close. Every single subscriber counts, and so if you haven't subscribed yet, perhaps now's the time to do so. To celebrate National Donut Day, Starbreeze released a fun little teaser trailer for the upcoming heist.
You know what the kid tells me?
What?
I can't get off, Dad. It's always online. So I tells him, if you don't turn off this video game right now and go enjoy your mother's gabagoo, your life is gonna be always offline.
Yeah, only reasonable thing to say.
Right? This new generation, I don't know what to do. You take the wife to that new soup place yet?
Oh shit, oh shit!
Is that a fucking clown mask?
Joey, get down! Fuck! Joey!
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my god. I wasn't trained for this shit, man. I wasn't trained for this shit. Ah! Wankers!
This teaser actually shows off quite a lot. Not only does the conversation between the two police officers jokingly tease offline mode, but we also get the first glimpse of the heist's interior itself and a quick shot of our next heister. I have absolutely no idea who this could be. Judging solely off the way they walk, I'd say this is a female heister, but it's anyone's guess really. The description of the video reads, "Stay hungry for June 27th, which is the reason myself and everybody else is assuming that Boys in Blue will release on that date. As the teaser ends with the message, "The Donut Saga will continue," June 27th could just be related to that, though I think that this Donut Saga is more likely to be something that leads us up to June 27th and the release of the DLC. One final thing to note from this teaser, and I've actually not heard anybody else talk about this, is the issue of the Gateway Report on the desk. For those of you who may not know, the Gateway Report is a newspaper in the Payday universe, although it actually has a website that you can visit online where they first teased the Boys in Blue DLC and continue to add articles to this day. This website will likely be one to keep your eye on in the future. Anyway, the reason that I bring up the newspaper on the desk is because if you zoom into it and actually flip the image around, you can read the first paragraph of the article. It's about a police dog called Ripper that runs off to be with another dog. But the interesting thing here is that the owner of the other dog is someone called O'Keefe Scale, the leader of the Crossroads something gang. I can't actually really make out what that other word is in between Crossroads and gang, so if you have any ideas, please do let me know in the comment section down below. But as we know that the setup for this heist is likely the Payday gang stealing some seized gold that may have some ties to a large drug operation, in the past I've speculated that us stealing this gold may see the gang wind up in some trouble with its original owner, who could be this O'Keefe Scale and the Crossroads gang. I did do some digging and couldn't actually find anything of interest related to the name O'Keefe Scale or equally the Crossroads gang, though it's entirely possible that it's not O'Keefe Scale at all. It's quite difficult to read. Is this article likely something that the animators threw in there just for some fun? Yeah. Probably, actually, most likely. But paying attention to details like this and trying to piece together a hidden story is something that I absolutely love to do. You may have picked up earlier in this video that I was referring to the update after Boys in Blue having something to do with the offline mode. Well, in this week's blog post, we actually got confirmation that the first phase of offline mode is coming to the game after Boys in Blue. Back in February, we were told that the offline mode would release in 2 phases, the first of which being solo mode. Now, we actually know a little bit more about how this solo mode will work. It allows you to bypass the matchmaking process but still requires an internet connection to log in and start up the game. Starbreeze plan to do some initial testing for this mode on PC and Steam exclusively so that they can iron out all of the kinks before releasing it to all versions of the game. They expect this testing process to last around 2 weeks but will obviously extend it if they need to do so. I imagine this 2-week period will happen in between update 8 and 9 so that update 9 can introduce the finished solo mode. So perhaps Boys in Blue will release and then a week or so later the solo mode testing will begin on PC. That way the testing period can conclude before update 9 is supposed to release, even if it does end up taking longer than 2 weeks. To celebrate this month's Payday Community Day, there's currently a double money event in Payday 3. Last month we had double weapon XP and this month it's double money. And with update 7 making the game much more entertaining again, I'm definitely going to be making the most of this event. If you're interested in learning more about how Payday 3's most recent update improves the game and paves the way perfectly for the upcoming DLC, check out the video on screen now and I'll see you in the next video.